Bueno, pues aquí estamos con un nuevo capítulo de Game of Thrones. Buenas a todos, aquí van a ir. Capítulo 7, Mors, de nuestros días. Ahora la protección de Jane, si se le dará Jane, la misteriosa joven que tu viejo amigo Arryn quería mantener a salvo, está en tus manos. Con él muerto, esta misión es todo lo que queda de él. Pero la situación está complicando de sobremanera. Su mano derecha, Godric Donnelly, ha resultado ser un impostor y ha huido tras enviar a sus hombres a por ti. Ahora se ocultan en las sombras esperando el momento adecuado para atacar mientras sus hombres te pisan los talones. Y lo peor es que... Y lo que es peor, Donnelly ha empezado a corromper a la Guardia de la Noche. Cualquiera de tus hermanos podrá ser un traidor, dispuesto a cortarle el cuello a la muchacha a tu cargo. La situación es grave, es hora de contraatacar. Están todos en plan... ¿Quién será el traidor?
At the least, Castle Black is safe again after we took care of Godric's hirelings. Parte could have turned some of our brothers, Jaw. And we still don't know which ones.
Adam Flowers is responsible for leading the investigation and flushing out any traitors amongst them.
A witch hunt. No good will come of that.
I dislike this situation as much as you do, Mors, but we have no choice. I trust Adam. He will use discretion and wisdom. Just ask him if you need to know what the status is.
Very well. And what of the imposter?
John Arryn's death, the arrival of this girl, and the men from the south. These can't be coincidences. In my opinion, the imposter is nothing but a pawn. Everything leads me to believe that he works for someone more important. But we won't let them get away with it. The Night's Watch will hunt him down and make him pay.
Ya estamos involucrados de todas formas.
The gift fooled us and corrupted our sworn brothers. We are involved, whether we like it or not.
You're right. We cannot accept this. We must be cautious. One misstep, and Castle Black could pay dearly. But the message must be clear. No one attacks us without paying the price. Mors, I need you to follow their trail. Thus, I am naming you as a recruiter of the Night's Watch. In this capacity, you will be able to leave the gift and act freely.
¡Ay, qué listo!
Bearing my seal will prove your good faith to those who might doubt your word. Your
Ahora seré un cuervo
mission will
errante.
be to find the guilty parties and punish them in our name.
Hunt down and eliminate. Understood. What do you plan to do with the girl?
Perhaps I can go with Sir Mors on his journey. The north does not seem as safe to me as it once was.
I agree. Besides, since you're the one the impostor is after, and he knows where to find you, you are no longer safe here.
The Lord Commander is right. John Arryn entrusted this mission to me. I will not fail his memory.
Patrick will accompany you to the border of the gift. He has already proven his loyalty.
Bien, nos llevamos a
As for
Patrick.
me, I will put together an escort of our most trustworthy men. They will meet you near Molestown. Mors, you might cross paths with Sir Godric's impostor and his men. Be alert.
Eso
I
haré.
have every intention of crossing paths with him. The two of us have a matter to settle.
May the old gods speed you. The perils of the Seven Kingdoms are as dangerous to a sworn brother's body as they are to his soul. But I have faith in you. You will succeed.
Well then, let us get Patrick. He must be downstairs.
I'm with you.
Bien, bien, bien.
Patrick, we're leaving for Molestown, and I need someone I can trust. You're coming with me.
You want to go back? There will still be enemies there.
Exactly. I need to know who sent them. At the moment, my only lead to find that out is the imposter. I'll find the rat and get him to talk. And I'll be sure to rid the gift of that traitor and all his henchmen.
Very well. Give me time to get my things and I'll come with you.
Sir Westford? Isn't it risky for me to go back there with you? After all, it's me that the men are after.
As long as you're with me, you'll be fine. Trust me, lass. I won't let anyone lay a finger on you.
Very well. I left my belongings with Sybil when we left Mole's town. If I can, I should like to get them before we leave the north.
We'll be passing there anyway. As soon as we get the chance, we can go to your room.
Thank you.
All is well. I'm ready.
Let us go then.
Bien, pues ya estamos listos. Misiones secundarias tienen un límite. Recuerda que al atenderlas pronto, que preparas de completo, no podrás completarlas y se marcarán automáticamente como fracasos. No misión. Chucho. Una misión sangre nueva. Ahora es resguardador de la Guardia de la Noche. Tu área de este viaje encontrar tantos hombres pues que puedan vestir en negro como puedas. Bien. Recorre los túneles subterráneos de Villatopo para encontrar hombres que engrosen la Guardia de la Noche. Y arrastrar al impostor. Bien. Ah, mira, estoy con Sir Godric. Sí, lo digo, Sir Godric. Ay, qué mal. A ver, aquí hay una misión secundaria. Ah, sí, la de investigar a los tíos estos.
Adam, the Lord Commander told me that you could need help with your inquiry.
That's right. Another bloody chore for me. That'll teach me to be the smart one amongst our brothers.
This is serious, Flowers. Some of our brothers betrayed their oath and tried to kill me.
I know full well how serious this is, but I've never had to sort out a problem like this. I don't know if I'll be able to do it.
What do you have to go on at the moment?
I've examined your 3 victims, Theomar, Dick, and Vayon. Those 3 were messed up all right, but each of them had received 20 silver stags for their betrayal. There's little doubt that such a sum came from Donnelly.
That's highly likely. Any clues as to who else might have accepted the offer?
The only way of knowing would be to question every brother who might have met our visitors while they were staying at Castle Black.
I shall have to talk to them all then. And maybe my hound can find an interesting trail. What else can you tell me?
I believe I've identified all the suspects. We've gathered them all here and blocked off all means of access. I thought we could leave them all to stew a bit, just to see what happens.
¿Qué puedes decirme de los sospechosos?
What can you tell me about our crippled crows?
The traitors we're looking for at Castle Black are brothers who will have had direct dealings with Donnelly, and were prepared to betray their oath for gold. First of all, there's Jonas. He's always had a flair for shady dealings. He's drawn to strangers and their gold, like a moth to a flame. I'm sure he's made a deal or two with our visitors one way or another. He's the one who worries me the most. More surprisingly, there's Grants. The old man spent quite a lot of time with our visitors. I've learned that one of your rangers, Bartram, had been up to no good with these strangers. I've summoned him along with the others. Lastly, we have the inseparable Arthur and Trebor. Arthur is the smarter of the two, and has always taken care of his friend, as you probably know already.
Anyone else?
We're missing one final suspect. Domeric disappeared from Castle Black. We think he's already fled. He probably found out everything that was going on before you wrote your report. What's strange to me is that there are no horses missing from the stables.
He'll be caught with ease by our rangers, or by House Stark if need be. I will try to separate the wheat from the chaff amongst those we have already.
I'm glad I can count on you, Mors. I've never had to handle such a delicate business. I hear many rumors of your ability to see and hear things without being caught. If you can use this gift to help me, I'd be much indebted to you.
Yo creo que quiere decir con el perro. Bien, tenemos muchas misiones secundarias, pero las haremos en el próximo episodio. No. Tenemos que hacer en este. ¿Hay alguna fuera? Ahí está la misión principal. Pero no sé. Vamos a ir con el pene gigante este. Es que no me fío. Vamos a ver si hay algo fuera. O alguna misión secundaria o algo así. Ay, no sé si se me oirá. Estoy hablando lejos del micrófono. Estaba diciendo que salimos fuera para ver si hay alguna misión secundaria ahí. O no. Así que vamos a ver. Vale. A ver, mapa. No, todas las misiones están dentro y una es la de ir a Villatopo. Así que vamos a hacer misiones secundarias, que siempre es interesante. Tenemos que descubrir al traidor. A ver, tenemos que hablar con las personas y elegir a dedo, porque no se me ocurre otra cosa. Ay. Buah, estoy deseando de llegar con Alistair. Alistair la verdad es que es el que más me gusta de Mors. Mors es de la Guardia de la Noche y mola bastante, pero Alistair es la polla con cebolla. Eso de ser sacerdote y poner tu espada en llamas. Claro que tengo que llevar mucho fuego valirio en el inventario, pero bueno. Ya me aprovisioné en el episodio anterior. Así que ya no hay problema para los combates. Algunas batallas se ganan con picas y espadas, otras con plumas y cuervos. Tywin Lannister. Vamos. A ver. Esta es de la misión. Grance.
Grant's old friend. How long have you been at the wall, old man?
My boy, you'd be better off asking me if I've ever lived anywhere else.
I actually came to ask you something else.
I'd bet a night in a whorehouse that you've come to talk about treason, Mors. I've already spoken to Adam. He's a good lad. A shame he's so serious. What can a wrinkled old man do to help you, my boy?
¿Qué sabe el
Tell
anciano?
me about our visitors. You spent some time with them, didn't you?
I mingled a bit, yes. As I usually do when we have guests. It's rare to have fresh news nowadays. I don't let opportunities like that go by.
And were you able to find anything out?
Anything? Like what, for example?
Like gold changing hands, or one of our brothers accepting gold from Godric, for example.
Gods be good. No, I don't think I saw anything like that.
Pongamos su memoria a prueba.
Think so? Or you don't know?
No, I didn't see anything of the sort.
Are you certain?
I'm sorry, I can't help you any more than that, my boy. What happened?
Agítalo un poco, eso le refrescará la memoria.
Listen to me clearly, Grants. Some of our brothers have betrayed us, and certain people think that you're involved.
That cannot be! How dare you!
So, I will ask you once more, and once only. Are you sure you cannot help me?
Well, there are Arthur and Trebor. They've cut themselves off from the others, and they both seem really nervous.
Interesting. Anyone else?
I also saw Bartram speaking with Donnelly just before you left. They went off to talk in private. That's really as much as I know. I hope this proves useful, Mors.
It might well be. Thank you, Grants. Now, go warm yourself up.
Bien, ya está. Vamos a buscar a más gente. Así, para conversar un poco y tal. ¿Quién eres tú? Nadie. Fonos, no me gusta. La conversación está arriba. Ah, me pica la oreja. Vale, ya. Al menos aguantaría así por un rato. Es verdad que no se puede saltar. ¡Qué güey! Eso de que no se puede saltar es muy malo. Me gusta. Bueno, pues vamos arriba a ver a quién nos encontramos así de... Gente traicionera... Estoy buscando otro.
I'm telling you, calm down and relax, else we'll be spotted.
But I can't stay calm. We need to talk about it.
Estos se parecen sospechosos.
Shut your mouth. So, Trebor, do you still like men?
What? You piece of shit. Do you want to end up like that other one?
I told you to keep your bloody mouth shut. That was too easy. Finish your story or face the consequences. It was an accident, all right? That'll be for me to decide. Continue.
Domeric came to see us, just after our visitors turned up. His pockets were well lined. He tried to get us to join Sir Donnelly. He told us they needed some proper swordsmen.
That treacherous bastard. I taught him a lesson.
Trebor is hot-headed, but he's a good lad. He just wanted to show that disloyal shit where he could shove his offer. That bloody fool Domeric tried to defend himself, and things got out of hand. It all got nasty after that. Before we could explain the situation to Mormont, you came back from your mission, and there was total chaos. We thought it better to stay quiet, and pretend it never happened. We hid his body in the snow, in the old outbuildings. I swear, we would have tried to tell you as soon as everything had calmed down.
Han hecho bien.
I understand. I'll turn a blind eye to it.
Really?
Pobrecillos estaban
I
asustados.
swear by the gods, Mors. We're in your debt. You can ask anything of us. Anything at all.
Did you see anything that might be of interest to me?
Well, there might be something. Ever since that accident, I've kept my eyes open. And I did notice something strange. When everyone was gathered in the common hall, Flowers posted guards at the doors.
To keep you out. What's strange about that?
The strange thing was that I saw one of the guards speaking with one of the suspects.
All right, who was it?
They had their hoods up, so I couldn't tell. I didn't think anything of it at the time, but when you came to question us, I remembered that it seemed a little suspicious.
Sir, no name. Well, I knew it wouldn't be that simple.
I'm sorry I couldn't be more help to you, Mors. It shan't be easy to follow such a portrayal.
Don't trouble yourself with it. I'm used to such problems. If there are traitors amongst us, they'll not reveal themselves gladly. But I have ways.
We can't. I've told you.
Ha dicho las cocinas.
But then they are knights, and you're just a poacher. What exactly were you hoping?
Keep your big mouth shut.
Ya hemos hablado con estos.
Why is it that he can go and see his brother when he wants?
Voy a hablar con este, ya que me aparece como misión.
Bartram, we need to talk.
Mors, that black-hearted Flowers is accusing me of treason again.
Pero Grace lo vio hablando con Godric.
He didn't try? Are you certain?
I told you. I didn't exchange a word with that minor Southron lordling.
Yet Grants saw you with him.
I don't understand. Hold on. Maybe I do remember. Yes, we traded a few words when I took him to the top of the wall, but nothing of any importance. He asked me what life was like at the wall, if I was proud to be a member of the Night's Watch, that sort of thing.
Estaba buscando traidores.
Forgotten anything?
Now that you mention it, he seemed very curious, perhaps too much so, but he didn't offer me anything.
And that's all? Nothing else?
You mean apart from Trebor seeming even more on edge than usual? He's usually quite a nervous man, but he's become damn dangerous. Something's not right, if you ask me.
I will look into that. Anything else to add?
Jonas seems to be having a run of luck recently. He gave credit to several brothers, which is unlike him.
I will see if all this leads to anything.
El Llanos estaba abajo, si no me equivoco. Creo. Aquí. Jonas.
You've really made a name for yourself recently, Butcher. No good comes from coming up against you.
When you need to catch vermin in Castle Black, you speak to the King of Rats.
You really do flatter me, Ranger.
Brothers have been corrupted by our visitor's gold. You must know something of it. You can smell the scent of gold from miles away. Don't even try to deny it, and you will save us both precious time.
I've always loved working with you, Mors.
Well, I'm not sure of this, but Grants came to see me earlier. He wanted a place in the next game, but I refused because he's up to his eyeballs in debt.
And?
And he paid off his debts just like that, in one go. Years of debt settled all at once.
I think he owes me an explanation.
All the same, don't go too hard on him. He's had a tough time for longer than all of us put together.
Me están enviando de uno a otro. Ay, de uno a otro. Ir otra vez a hablar con el Grants. A ver.
What can a wrinkled old man do to help you, my boy?
Why don't you tell me about your debts?
Is that bastard Jonas still asking for coin? I've paid it all back to him, I swear.
That's the problem. Everyone knows you can't stop gambling, and you have the least credit in the entire castle. How could you hope to pay off that much without anyone noticing?
I didn't think it would get out of hand, Mors. You have to believe me.
That's all I ask, old man.
It's true that he gave me some gold, but he didn't ask me to do anything wrong. We talked about this and that, and about what life was like here. He later asked me about his other sworn brothers. He got me to talk about you as well. I told him about how you ended up at the wall.
What did he want?
I don't know. He seemed a bit disappointed with your story. Yet I usually tell it so well.
Did you talk about anyone else?
A little about Theomar, and of course that sly fox Jonas as well. And then about one of your rangers, Bartram, I think. I thought he just wanted to spend time in the warmth, talking with good old Grants.
Lo creo, pero tiene que ser
You may
juzgado.
well have to tell all this to Flowers, but I believe you, Grants.
I should hope so. Thank you, my boy. I don't know what moment will have in store for me, but I'm sure it will be deserved.
Bueno, si nos ha quitado la misión secundaria de ahí. Estos también. Ah, ahora. Pero este no. Todavía nos tiene más que contar.
Bartram, we need to talk.
Mors, that black-hearted Flowers is accusing me of treason again.
No.
Relax, Bartram.
Este no tiene nada más que decir.
There's no chance of me going anywhere.
Este no me tiene nada más que decir. Pues vamos al Jonas. A ver qué me dice él.
You've really made a name for yourself recently, Butcher. No good comes from coming up against you.
Conozco sus tratos
You've
sospechosos.
become quite wealthy in the past few days. I'd like to know where all that coin is coming from.
My wages don't bring in all that much. Just something to pass the time, really. Don't believe every rumor you hear. Except the ones about the size of my manhood, of course.
I thought you were too clever to be outwitted. Why did you accept the offer from that rat Godric?
I didn't accept anything, but I was happy to take gold from that group of half-wits.
Do you deny receiving gold from Godric Donnelly?
Oh no, I don't deny anything. I gladly relieved that arrogant bunch of knights of their coin. Dice, cards, small wages. I did very well.
He didn't propose anything to you personally? Maybe for a favor?
I make a deal now and again, but that's it. I'm definitely not getting involved in the affairs of lords. That never ends well.
I know what you might think, Mors, but I promise you I'm telling the truth. I pocketed his coin, and that was it.
Pero les saqué dinero, eso fue todo. Me cae mal, así que...
Let's see what Mormont and Flowers think of all this.
If they start poking their beaks into who owes me what, they're going to find things they really won't like.
The other crows trust me. I'm the one in charge of our little unspoken dealings here. Just favors exchanged between good friends.
If the hierarchy stick their beaks in, I'll become the beggar everyone spits on. Years of dealings will all be for naught.
How do I convince you I'm true to my word?
Será mejor eso, no sé qué quiere decir.
What are you suggesting, Jonas?
Listen, I will show you something I've never shown anyone else. Just give me a moment to find it.
Don't even think of leaving.
Eso digo yo.
It's in the common hall. My stash is right under the Lord Commander's nose. I will show you everything I have.
These are my life spoils, Mors. If you take a look, you might understand why I'll never leave this place.
All I can see is evidence of your greed.
Wait. Let me explain to you how it works. Most of our brothers will never be able to settle their debts with me, but I'm not really interested in their coin.
All they're losing to me is the power which I can hold over them in exchange for favors. It makes my life a little easier.
3/4 of the brothers here at Castle Black owe me favors right now. You can't even begin to imagine how long this took me. I have a role here, a position, a good position. I'm too old to find my place elsewhere. All of my cards are now on the table. No tricks, no weighted dice, no lies to fool you. I've told you all I can.
With everything you told me about grants, and now this. It's starting to pile up. I'm going to discuss this with Flowers.
Well, I'm not sure of this, but Grants came to see me earlier. He wanted a place in the next game, but I refused because he's up to his eyeballs in debt.
And?
And he paid off his debts just like that, in one go. Years of debt settled all at once.
Sí, esto ya lo he explicado.
All the same, don't go too hard on him. He's had a tough...
Eso ya me lo ha dicho, así que se repiten como las cebollas en cuanto les das un poco de coba. Vamos a hablar con el... Bueno, que solo me han indicado uno que de eso de con él, vamos, que había hablado con los extranjeros, ya me ha dicho por qué. Y no...
Mors, that black-hearted Flowers is accusing me of treason again.
Es un buen chico, hablemos.
Several brothers spent time with Donnelly and his men when they were here.
Aye. I heard about Theomar and his 2 friends, those half-wit...
Because Godric didn't offer you any...
He didn't. I didn't even speak to that knight. If I wanted to...
Relax, Bartram. I'll be back soon.
There's no chance of me going anywhere.
Ya está. No.
What now?
Relax, Bartram. I'll be back soon.
There's no chance of me going anywhere.
Vale, o sea, tendré que hablar con Flowers. Porque si no, no me lo explico. Vamos a hablar con Flowers.
Mors?
Hablemos de la
Let's return
investigación.
to this business of yours.
What do you want to speak about?
What could Grants have done to end up on your list?
It seems Godric Donnelly really enjoyed his company. I'm not going to trouble an old man. Your word is enough for me. Any other news?
Let's move on.
What do you want to speak about?
Es que todos me parecen inocentes.
Have you had...
Of course.
I think we can come to a decision on Bartram.
And what do you have to say in defense of your lad?
Es mejor que lo
Better safe
decida
than
él.
sorry. It won't kill Bartram to spend a couple of nights in the dungeons of the Commander's Keep.
Really? You're leaving him to me?
So long as you don't lock him up in the dungeons of the Wall. We can't be too careful with this.
Agreed. I'll give orders for him not to be too badly treated. Any other news?
Let's move on to the others.
What do you want to speak about?
Arthur y
You
Trevor.
told me that the...
Yes, along with Theomar, they were responsible for looking after our visitors when they were here. And you have already personally
He
dealt with
aclarado la
Theomar.
desaparición de
Domeric
Domeric.
did not flee. Trebor killed him and, as usual, Arthur felt obliged to protect him.
How did that happen?
He had been bribed by our guest to turn the heads of other brothers. But he picked the wrong target. Trebor beat him to death when he came to see them, with his pockets full of gold and his mouth spouting treason.
Idiots. They should have told us.
Esos chicos merecen
Trebor
vivir.
is an idiot, but he's a good servant of the Night's Watch. Arthur just wanted to protect his friend.
I see what you're getting at. I agree. I'll think about how to present this to the old bear. We'll find something that isn't conclusive. We'll whip them, of course, and then they'll be transferred to the That way their skills won't go to waste. It might be enough to convince the Lord Commander. Any other news?
Let's
sí.
move on to the others.
What do you want to speak about?
Ya no es el
The Knights
manipulador.
of Castle Black is on your list. I'm not surprised.
Indeed. He's the obvious suspect.
Tengo el botín de Jonas, que lo vea.
Look what I've got my hands on.
Gods be good. You found Jonas's hiding place. I've been looking for it forever.
There are hundreds of names on these parchments, and a generous amount of copper groats and other small coin.
But no silver stags?
No. You look disappointed, Adam.
That little wretch is going to slip through our net again. If we can't link him to Donnelly, then he'll be found innocent. Let me have a quick look at his hoard. There must be evidence he's stolen from our stores in there. I'll have him arrested and questioned.
This belongs to Jonas and should be given back to him. Besides, you owe him a small fortune, if
Ahí te hemos pillado, cabrón Cesti.
What do you want, Mors?
For you to leave him be for now, until I'm done with him. And in any case, the coin is his.
At least you stayed honest. I give you that. But one day I'll get that old thief. Thank you for your help. My thanks for taking care of that. It had to be done. I'm relieved we could separate the wheat from the chaff, whatever the cost.
Si es que todos eran buenas personas, así es imposible. Bueno, misión cumplida. Vamos a Belletopo. Chon, 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 chon.